Also, by the way, let's talk a little bit about this, okay? The Triglavians, we don't know a lot about them, but we do know that they are from the Second Jovian Empire. We know that the Second Jovian Empire during their shrouded days did some pretty awful things, and we also know that the Jovians are able to do some pretty awful things. I mean, hell, they inflicted the Jovian disease upon themselves. What do you think they did to other people? So it is unclear whether or not the Triglavians are maybe even the Talakan, who are driven out of wormhole space by the Sleepers once they were there by inflicting a disease upon them, or they could be some other unit of the Jovian Empire or some subset of some ancient race that we haven't identified, like the Takmal or the Yinmei, that has escaped down into the abyss as a way of getting away from the horrible Jovians. So what we may in fact have here is simply refugees from an ancient war, and we should be willing to give them one of our thousands of stars simply so that they can have a place to live and to thrive, because they deserve that too. And Edencom would strip that up from them, because Edencom is about control and power. They are about preserving the ancient empires. It's in their credo. They don't give a shit about you. They're supposed to be protecting against you. Let me read you the Concord motto. Ready? We'll read it. It's across 2 different pages, so I'm gonna have to turn the page in the middle of it, but we'll see it. But here is the actual Concord fucking manifesto. Here we go. Ready? This is their mandate: to protect the rights of civilizations to grow and to prosper, to preserve the surviving sovereignties of dark ages, to serve justice to those immortals who abuse the privileges of everlasting life, to safeguard mortals of worlds from dangers which originate in space, to prevent Empyrean technology from causing the destruction of humanity. Their entire job is to control, manipulate, and prevent us from making this universe or making this cluster as great as it could be, because the empires of old have utilized the technology of these very same Jove to gain control over those who should rightfully control the cluster, keeping us bound to archaic mythologies of ancient religions that promote slavery, tribal infighting, corporate fucking slavery of its own kind, and a democracy that uses their own people as a human shield. That is the people that you're defending against these refugees from ancient Jovian disruption. That is, as refugees, or we should bring them in and give them support. But bear this in mind. Bear this in mind. We have an expectation too. If we side with Zoria Triglav, we will be enemies of humans. We will be enemies of Concord. We will no longer be accepted here. We too will be refugees alongside you, Zoria. So, it's simple. If you want us to do this for you, if you want us to leave humanity behind, those who gave us birth, then we require full admittance to the convocation of, or to the Triglavian Collective as an accepted clade within the Triglavian Collective. So what I need, what my expectation is that I go here to the Kybernauts clade CLKYB. Triglavian Collective, Alliance, Member Corps, Perun Clade, Svarog Clade, Veles Clade. Perun Clade is CLPER, Svarog Clade, CLSVA, Veles Clade, CAVEL. There needs to be a 5th line. This 5th line needs to say Kybernauts. That's our demand. Boom, cards on the table. Oh man, I've been working on this for like 3 days, man.